Hey guys, thanks for checking out my video. I'm going to go over the installation of my appliques that I manufacture for the Jeep CJ7. I've tried them all. None of the textures felt correct, looked correct. None of the curvatures lined up. Nothing fit nearly to my satisfaction, so I ventured out, made my own. I've got, man, I can't tell you how many samples of this material I got until I found one that's extremely close to OEM. But the texture on this door panel is extremely close, like I said, to OEM materials. I mimicked these after the 85, 86 CJ doors because earlier years, this applique actually wrapped around, and what that would cause is either A, cracking, you get a bunch of cracks where the bend is, and B, peeling, or really just both. You'd really just get cracking and peeling on the corners here. So to alleviate that problem, I just got rid of the corner and I made the fit as best as I could. So it just installs like that. Yeah, you see a little bit of the door, but that's the only way to really do it, to keep a permanent installation here instead of having to redo it after a few years of cracking. So anyway, to go ahead and install these, you got to take the door handle off, which requires you to kind of somewhat disassemble the door. Step one, with the glass all the way rolled down, go ahead and you take off this weather stripping seal over here. There's a couple clips that go into here. 4 clips, and you take that out. Step 2, remove your door pull, remove your window crank. Step 3, you got to remove your door panel, and basically I go to the push fittings right here, and you got to take a tool like this and take it to the side and pull it out. That's the best way to do it, and that way you will not damage your cardboard backing on your door panels. And then step 4, if you still have original doors and you still have this, I don't even know what you call it, this weather barrier, go ahead and peel it off. And then you got to basically take out your vent window. So you take off 2 screws here, 1, 2, take off the screw on the top, 3, and then you got to take off this screw that goes into right here, Phillips head screw, 4. And with your window in the roll down position, you can kind of go ahead and just take your vent window up here and just kind of pull it out, and you can work your vent window out. So the vent window's got to come out because you got to take out your glass. To take out your exterior door panel, a bit of a project, but you know, I can do them in about a half hour. I've done so many of them. If this is your first time doing it, maybe it'll take you 45 minutes, who knows. You also have to take off your lock. As you can see, my applique is still installed on here, and I haven't cut that out yet, but I take a razor blade or an X-Acto knife and I cut out the this right here to make the fitment for the lock. And then you got to take out the door handle, which has a couple wedges on there. Once you start, you know, getting buried in them, you'll see it's not really too hard to pop the wedges out, and then you pop out your door handle. So once your exterior door handle's out, you can go ahead and start applying the applique. So the applique, again, it's just basically a big sticker. And what I do is I take neutralizing gel. I buy mine from Phoenix Graphics, but you can also use soapy water. You peel off the back side of the applique and apply this neutralizing gel to the adhesive part. And what that does is, as it explains, neutralizes it. So you can go ahead and put your applique onto your door, slide it left, right, up, down, whatever it is that you have to do to get a proper fit. Once you're happy with the fitment, you know, you want to make sure you're following the nice radius and curves of the door. Everything looks good. Once you're happy with that, then you want to go ahead and permanently apply it with your squeegee. Again, I did this one about a half hour ago, so I pretty much have worked out all of the application gel and is permanently installed. And I keep getting a little air bubble right here, but I'll go over that with you guys in a minute. Basically, you want to go ahead and just start working out all the adhesive. You can see this is all dried adhesive that you see right here. I'll wipe that down later. But basically, take your application squeegee, and you can still see I actually have little bit of gel still seeping out from the edges here. You don't need to get out 100% of it. It'll mainly just dry on its own, but that's basically, you get the gist. You want to just work out all the application gel that you can. This area is where it does get a little bit tricky. A lot of times I'll use a heat gun, and what the heat gun does, I'll lightly heat it, and that will promote the evaporation of the application gel, and it'll also promote the adhesion of the adhesive. So it'll get it nice and tacky. Then you can kind of work out the air bubbles with your fingers, and it'll get a nice permanent adhesion in this area as well. So yeah, the door handles are the tricky part, but not a big deal. And then on the top, You basically fold this over and you apply it and you run your fingers over. You can even use a squeegee, but you want to make sure that this is nice and flat. If you decide to paint your applique, a lot of people do that because they want nutmeg or they want white or what have you. Do it while it's on the door. A lot of people will paint it beforehand, and the problem you get here is when you go ahead and do your bend on top, you're going to get a big crack right here. So you got to apply it first. They do paint really well, but you have to apply it on the door. So you would apply it, you'd have to tape off everything real good, take your door off, lay it flat, and then use your gun and paint it. But there you have it. I mean, that's pretty much the process I utilize. Like I said, I wish I started the video sooner so you can see the whole process. But that's all there is to it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'll be happy to help you out, and thanks for your support. Again, I do strongly believe that these are the best appliques out there as far as look and fitment, and I'm proud of them, and I appreciate your support with your purchase. Take care.